Is purple Leonardo?
No.
I'm editing that out.
It's Donatello.
It's been so long.
We don't want you to look stupid.
Thanks.
I would never leave anything that makes you look silly.
You leave a lot of things that make me look silly.
Yeah, but
I
this
can't
is
remember.
too silly.
I said the purple one because I can't remember their names. I know Michelangelo is orange. There's also a Donatello.
Mhm.
Purple.
And there's also a Leonardo.
He's blue.
And there's also a Raphael.
He's red.
But I haven't seen those shows since I was like 8. And I didn't have all of those toys like you did, so I didn't like play with them.
Way to out us as toy owners.
I'm not mad at you, but now I'm ready for Ed to tell me how this rat man is dressed.
Oh, I have it written down.
Bardic! Mystery!
Tour!
They're all friends, they're solving crimes, they're traveling in a party. They're writing songs we don't have time, so come on, let's get started.
Bardic Mystery Tour is a 5th edition D&D actual play about a rock and roll band that solves mysteries while they're out on tour. I'm Ed, and I'll be your DM.
And I'm Emily. I'm playing Flo Calhoun. She's a wood elf and a bard. She helps people. She's the singer of Antler Mayhem, and she usually fights with a specialized cello bow that shoots arrows.
Hi, I'm Braden. I'm playing Sammy Stoneslinger. Sammy Stoneslinger is the gnomish drummer of Antler Mayhem. He's the best bard of the bunch, and Sammy is real good at swimming thanks to his Cloak of the Manta Ray, but he's even better at jumping thanks to his Ring of Jumping. And his main weapon is his ancestral magical sling, which he uses very close to the enemies because slings have a really short range, so he always gets in on the fighting.
Hi, I'm Grundledor. I sell lies as truth and truth is lies, but pooping my pants is my best disguise.
Last time on Bardic Mystery Tour, the gang purchased some new gear and they met the Rat King, the city council representative for Undergetsa. He tasked them with finding the source of a plague and sent them up a qanat. They discovered 4 tributaries. We join them as Sammy begins to explore the first branch of this mystery. This is Bardic Mystery Tour. Sammy, you're crawling up this tunnel?
Yeah, I mean, if I get in it and look up, I don't see anything. It's just a tunnel forever.
It's dark and it goes farther than you. What's your dark vision's like 30 or 60 feet?
60 feet.
Yeah, it's farther than 60 feet.
Because I'm a proud gnome of the Stone Slinging clan.
But there's no magic detection situation up there. It's not glowing farther up. He still detected magic not long ago.
Yeah, it's still not glowing.
All right, it seems fruitless to spend hours crawling up this tube. I go back out and I'm like, grab the rope that's still tied to Grundledor.
Okay.
And I say, Grundledor, climb over to the next one. And I hang on while he...
Wait, how? Okay.
I'll climb up onto his, into his arms.
Wait, did you climb to the end of this?
If he stands like straight out from the wall, you can just sit on him like a bench as he walks.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, just do that. Okay. We'll go to the next one.
I'm down there and I'm giggling and I say, you guys okay up there?
I try to walk in a way that I stay level for Sammy to sit on me.
I wave at Flo. I cast Prestidigitation and I shoot fireworks that say yes.
Magic spark! Extinguish flame! Cleaning food! Prestidigitation! Warm coffee! Acceleration! Magic mark! Prestidigitation!
I think you should roll an athletics check to see if you can.
You don't think my core is strong enough?
Especially every time you lift one of your feet,
Oh,
you're standing on just to a foot. Like, how do you even like?
Lots of core strength. That's all. 16.
All right, yeah, you managed to keep Sammy from falling off somehow.
I got you, buddy.
Do.
Over to the next one. I shove him in the hole.
All right, look up this hole. Is there anything?
No, it looks precisely the same.
Did you
All
go
right,
all the way
Grundle.
to the end? Where does it lead?
It goes off into the way distance. I think it will take hours to climb out.
Oh, I think you should go all the way, baby.
All right, I start crawling up.
Wait,
the
no,
tube.
maybe let's check all 4 first and then go all the way in one of them.
All right, I come back out. Oh, well, it doesn't matter because if I fall, there's a huge pool of water below me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then I don't worry about tying myself off. I climb back onto his torso and ride it to the next one.
Oh, yeah.
It looks identical.
Again.
We repeat all that over again.
It's also identical.
Okay, go deeper, Sammy. Go all
stand
the
up.
way.
Oh, you want me to go all the way?
Yeah, what's at the end of that
All right,
tunnel?
I climb up the fourth one.
Which one's the fourth
The
one?
leftist.
And I go up the tunnel, I don't know, tube,
Super far.
I'm going to call it a
tunnel, as far as I can go before I get bored.
Maybe it's also a qanat.
Yo, you can totally water slide out of there into the water, can't you?
Probably, I hope so.
All right, you guys just waiting till Sammy tells you what's up, or?
Yeah. I'm just waiting to hear him shout something back from the tube.
All right.
Either that or howl and scream in agony.
Is there some point when you're going to give up and turn around, or are you just going to follow this and see where it goes?
I feel like Sammy will just, maybe I'd go 5 minutes. I wouldn't go too far. I don't think it would be too far before I'm like, you know what, this sucks, and I'd go back.
All right, roll a perception check. And if you have any sort of listening bonuses, add that.
He's deaf because he's a drummer.
13.
You can hear something in the distance that maybe sounds like chanting or some sort of music, but it's hard to say. It may be rhythmic, but it's way too quiet to really be sure.
It seems like it's coming from in front of me.
Yes.
All right, I keep going.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Do I have anything to make a note with? No, I don't. So I just keep going.
You continue crawling probably maybe another 10 minutes. Crawling's pretty slow. Let's face it.
Yeah, well, how tall did you say it is?
How tall?
Is this tunnel?
30 inches. How tall are you?
42 inches.
Crawling might be easier than like hunch running.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you want to hunch run or you want to crawl?
I want a hunch run.
All right, you hunch run.
You could lay on your back, put your back on the wet ground, and then push with your feet on the ceiling and just like whoosh, like scoot yourself up the tube.
Roll yourself like a posture check.
Is that athletic?
This is your constitution modifier.
This is like the reverse penguin, and just like propel yourself up. You have good traction on the.
This is just
on
a
the ceiling.
constitution
Yeah.
check. I got an 18.
Okay. Well, 18's pretty good.
Your back just gets wet. That's all.
Sammy, he's pretty sturdy.
He's a stout lad.
Yeah, I sit on drum thrones all the time.
It is. It's all that drummer posture. It's really helping you out in this crouch run. So you crouch run up another like 8 minutes or so, and the noise is steadily getting louder, and you hear as you're getting closer, it sounds like maybe organ music with like a chanting choir kind of sound going on, but not like a huge choir, like maybe 6 or 7 people.
Are there like air vents in this tunnel?
Nope, not yet.
All right, I keep going.
You eventually get to like a heavy grate. Water's coming in through the grate.
I look through it.
Through it, you see a well-lit area. Oh, this qanat has been like sloping up slightly.
Yes.
I don't know. You don't have like stone cutting or anything, so I don't even know if you even noticed it.
Well, I can tell because the water's flowing down it.
Yeah, I mean, you're not stupid, but
I'm the smartest one in the crew.
Doesn't say much for us, Gargo.
Well, I don't know if I can argue with him, at least in terms of my intelligence.
so the room above you is really well lit, and it's well adorned with like tapestries and paintings and stuff. It's kind of hard to see through the little slot, but like it seems to be some sort of chapel or temple.
Are there people chanting?
That's what it sounds like.
Can I see them?
No.
I sneakily test the grate by pressing on it. Does it move?
It's made out of stone, and it seems like pretty heavy.
Okay.
It's a grate and it's made out of stone?
Yeah.
Does that seem strange to you?
No, I'm just picturing all the stone grates I've ever seen in my life.
I've never seen a stone grate.
We'll check out our Twitter feed. We'll put some pictures up.
Hashtag stone grates of.
Stone grates are great.
Yeah,
Okay.
stone grates are great.
Are they singing any words that I can understand?
What languages do you know?
Common and Gnomish.
It seems to be in a language you don't know.
But it seems like a language.
Yes.
I'm afraid to keep going up this tunnel because I feel like it's going to just take me away from you guys and be boring.
I cast message and I send it to Granador and I say, any
You're in the
word?
same room as Grundledor.
I feel like he's far away and I don't
He's
want to
20 feet away from you.
I'm just above you.
All right, I'm like, hey, Grungo, how's Sammy doing? Any word?
I haven't heard anything. He's stuffed up this tube.
You think he's dead? Should we find a new
Maybe.
drummer?
Oh, I don't know. It might not be worth the hassle. We can get a drum machine. He'll keep better time than he does anyway.
Drummers are traditionally a hassle.
Yeah, like we'll just get an 808. Just keep it simple.
All right.
I apologize to all of our listeners who are drummers, but also stop being a hassle.
Or an actual metronome and not a rock gnome this time.
I think we need a metronome.
Are metronomes just gnomes that are from the city?
Yeah. They ride on the train system.
We're all ripping on Sammy here. You can't hear us because he's up the tube.
Metro's like short for like metropolis.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
But metro, like the train system, too.
So anyway, maybe you should send a message to Sammy and see.
I mean, I can, but so could you.
I want to know what he's seeing up there. Maybe he found something cool.
Way too far
Maybe
away.
he's hoarding all the treasure for himself.
How far away is he?
I ran
Like
up the
13
tunnel
minutes.
Minutes.
13 minutes of travel time.
5 minutes of walk/crawl.
On his hands and knees.
And then 8 minutes of run/hunch. And his base speed is 25.
120 feet is as far as my message can go, Grungo.
I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure he
think,
went farther than that.
Damn it. He's out of reach.
If I put my shield down and I sit in it, can I slide down this qanat?
Oh, yeah. You can get some mad speed. Maybe do it like a penguin. If you gain enough speed, you might get an instant kill. Like if you hit something solid.
This qanat is only a quarter of the water in the other qanat.
It's also a different width, though. It's like 2 feet wide, you said?
But it can be half as wide and half as deep. That's still like, because I said it was like a foot deep, didn't I? This thing's like 6 inches deep and like 3 feet wide. But the corridor is only 30 inches wide. How wide did I say the original qanat was?
I can't remember.
Where'd all this water come from?
I just want to get back to these guys in a hurry.
Yeah, you can slide
Just
on it.
tube it.
I do it. I tube back.
Yeah, baby.
As I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, right?
Bodyboarding.
It's very dim down there anyway. You guys are mostly seeing with your dark vision, so there's not really a light at the end of the tunnel.
All right, then I guess when I come out the end, I just fly out into the room.
Splash!
Luckily, I got that cloak of the manta ray.
You're going to die. You're in this water. I hope you don't accidentally ingest any of it.
Sammy's been drinking it.
I swim down. I investigate this thing before I swim out and jump out, do a backflip, and land on the side where Flo is.
So this pool of water is only like 4 feet deep or something like
Oh,
that.
did I take spinal damage from falling?
Nah. With the cloak of the manta ray, when you go, did you say you dove in?
I mean, I said that, but I thought it was like 30 feet deep.
Well, you couldn't tell from the surface.
He came flying down that tube. He was like a quarter mile up there. Like he gained so much speed.
We need a new drummer. For real.
With the cloak of the manta ray, when you dive in, as soon as your head breaches the surface, you can see it's not super, super deep. And with the cloak of the manta ray, you have enough swimming prowess that you manage to
like
not hurt
scroll
yourself.
on
Yeah,
the
you just kind of change your direction from the dive to really like level it out quickly.
All right, sick. I get out and I'm like, hey, there was a choir up there.
Ooh, we should inquire if they want to be a part of our band.
That's what they sounded like.
The pool only seems like it's deep enough to make it so that the water won't constantly erode from falling such a high distance.
We should go find a member of their choir, their congregation or somebody, and then like tie them up, take their place, take their outfit, and sneak into the ceremony. This could be like Conan the Barbarian.
Do you want me to go up the other three and check them out? It feels like it's going to take a long time, but I'll do it.
I mean, you can. We'll wait here if you think we'll find something.
Well, this seems like it's kind of our only lead, right?
Yeah. And once we figure out what's like at the end of all those tunnels, we can go check them out and see. Like, did you pay attention before you get confused and do the others? Did you pay attention to which direction you kind of felt like you were going so we can find that choir?
Was it like straight?
Yeah, the tunnel is like real straight.
It was just like real straight. Also, I didn't get to the end of the tunnel. There was just a grate and the tunnel kept going, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to go check out a different one?
Sure, I'm down for it.
You're going to go up the second one?
I mean, there are 3 of us left. We could each go up one.
Yeah, do you guys think you can get up one?
Sure, I'll drop the rope to Flo and she can go up one and I'll go up the other. We all
And
explore.
I'll go up the fourth one.
All right. I'm going to climb up this rope 7 times.
Wait, who's going up the second one?
Flo.
I'm going up the second.
Who's going up the third one?
I'll go up the third.
Are we going left to right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going up the one that's next to the one Sammy just did?
Yeah.
Let me climb this rope real quick.
Roll an athletics check.
9.
Flo slips off and falls into the pool of water.
I get out of the water.
Luckily, it breaks her fall, but now you're soaking wet.
It's fine. I planned on being wet anyway.
I'd like to inspire Flo bardically. It's not a spell, it's an ability. Don't you know, don't you know? And now use it to help Grundledor. Oh, Flo, don't you know?
Really?
Yeah.
You don't want me just to try again?
You don't have to use it.
Okay, I try again. Thanks. Ooh, 20. This water's sticky, and it helped me.
All right. So you're going up the second tunnel?
Yeah.
You travel some similar amount of distance that Sammy traveled, and you come to another stone grate, but sunlight is just pouring in it. I guess maybe last time you looked up it, like let's say the sun is coming at like a 90-degree angle in a 30-inch by 30-inch square tunnel a quarter mile away. You think you could see that?
Yeah, I bet
in,
you could.
Total darkness.
Yeah.
All right, Sammy, you could see
Total darkness?
Okay.
Not if there's if there's a slight curve to that tunnel, you wouldn't. You know, if it's not a straight line of sight and there's something blocking
Yeah, it could
it.
easily be like a slight bow.
Because
Or,
I've gone through some tunnels that were curved that were like long, and even though they're open, like you get to a point in the middle where you can't see anything.
Remember we went to the turnpike tunnels?
Yeah, it was like blinding.
Yeah. And it was coming straight in because it was sun setting on the way back. Couldn't see anything.
But it was dark in there.
Yeah.
But so this light's not coming down the tunnel; it's coming perpendicularly.
Yeah, so
into
I
the
think
but
tunnel.
he
once it
could've-
reflects around in the tunnel,
It just dissipates super fast.
it's in the tunnel.
Because we had to go back.
Or you're
for
saying you would have been
minutes.
able to see it?
As long as it's a perfectly straight tunnel, but if the tunnel bows up or down or left or right,
At all.
then it could block that angle out.
All right, I don't care. Flo, you see the light coming from far away, and you get to it. There's just daylight pouring in this stone grate. So the tunnel tees, and you have to like stand up.
The tunnel tees?
Like, yeah, there's like a branch to the top of it.
I can go left or I can go right.
No, you can go up or you can keep going.
I go up and I look out the grate.
Okay.
What do I see?
You are in a fountain in like a town square kind of place. Some Grand Undergetsa central market area of some sort.
Huge market.
Do I see any buildings I recognize?
You see children running around and playing with expensive looking toys instead of a deflated ball. You see happy people. You see town guards with halberds.
Okay.
If you look around, you see the two buildings that you see that you decide are important to the story. You see a place called the Tall Wagon,
Oh.
and you see a place called Ironsides 99. The Tall Wagon has a big sign on it that says, "Say no to CA166. Ironsides 99 just says, like, no white t-shirts,
Okay.
no caps that cover your eyes. I don't know.
Okay.
For all those signs they put on bars. No colors.
Kellers.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I come back down out of the fountain and I go farther.
There's a stone grate there that prevents you from going farther.
Okay.
And right on it, it just says like plot device.
Was there one in the
Oh,
other tunnel? Was there one in the
whoa.
first tunnel? I went in?
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. I crawl back.
Go crawl back, slide back.
No. I feel like I'm going to crawl back while they're looking around.
All right, Sammy, you went up the fourth one?
Yes.
All right. You go also the same rough amount of distance, and you come to this place where there's a grate above you. And if you look through, you hear like industrial noises. There's like banging and people talking, and you hear like machines running.
These are my people.
Do you want more information than that?
Yes. What's it smell like? Coke fires?
I don't know enough about the specific industry I'm talking about. Do you just use Coke for like all like,
Getting high.
no.
Yeah.
Smells like they're smoking crack.
Like if you're going to be like melting metal,
Pre-basting?
Oh,
you need
yeah.
Coke.
I don't know if that's true or not.
Pre-basting steel.
You smell like machine oil and I don't know, dude.
Okay.
It's some sort of plant.
No writing on the walls or
Factory.
anything?
You also can hear like a lot of people. They're like people working there. It's like bustling.
All right. Cool. I'll go back down with that information.
Okay. Grundledor, you go up hallway 3,
Yes.
Qanat 3.
I go all the way
All right.
until something changes. and I have a choice.
You travel exceptionally long distance compared to the other ones. And then the qanat starts to take less of a formed shape and more of a what looks like destroyed tunnel. Like instead of there being like the stone blocks that are supposed to be there, some broken blocks, it starts widening out. The ground begins to flatten. There's a big pool of water. It widens out much larger and it turns into almost an enormous cavern.
Interesting. Do I see anything of note? Is there a fairy I could use an extra heart container?
No fairies, no heart containers. There's something large and ominous just outside what you can quite look at.
I don't know if I should go further alone. I wish there's a way I could see deeper. But that could be a huge monster looming over there in the
Something's
shadows.
tickling the back of your brain right in your extraneous darkness. Feel like someone's looking at you, but not in real life, just
Like
in your
In
brain.
a sexy way.
No, more in like a hungry way.
Oh, somebody's hungry. Hungry for love. Okay, I'm gonna go back the other way. We can revisit here. So I take the short way, but I try to control my speed as I
Also, the cavern kind of stinks of death and decay.
That's probably what's making the water sick. I have a feeling that's where the poison's coming from. There's something living in there and it's pooping in the water. And it's probably dead bodies. All those people who disappeared are probably all rotting in the water up there. Okay, so I slide my way on down, controlled. I don't want to gain too much speed and hurt myself.
All right, you find the rest of Antler Mayhem in a large cylindrical room.
So, guys, I think I found what may be making everybody sick up there.
Oh, what is it?
Well, if we climb up there, there's a cavern. Stinks of death. And there's a strange feeling I get when I peer into the darkness. Something dangerous might be looming up there, and if it's infested with some kind of creature, if it's living in there, that's where the water's coming from. It could be pissing and shitting in it. Could be rotten bodies, whatever it's feeding on, we don't know. Could be something else, too. That ominous shape in the distance that I thought I could see. Not quite sure. It could just be a rock.
Whoa.
And maybe it stinks because I just got B.O.
I think I found the source of the sickness.
Really?
Yeah, it's industrial byproduct that's being dumped into the water from this factory.
What the hell did I find then? Because it stinks up there.
I found a new venue we could play at.
Sweet.
Was that not what I was supposed to take away from that? Maybe two. Where do you want to go first?
You couldn't continue along your path. We can go further along mine.
What do you mean go? Like, how would we get there?
I mean, well,
Did you have any grates in your way?
yeah. Well, I went into a fountain. Was there a grate in the fountain that's trapped me inside of it?
Yeah.
That's why it sounded like, okay. Yeah, there were two grates. One went to a fountain in a town square.
There's no grate along my path.
Yeah,
and
I
there's
think-
an open cavern.
I think we definitely should go check yours out because,
But we should be ready to fight.
Sammy, you think yours was above ground, both of the two you went into?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we can't go up there yet. Like, we'll get caught by the police and put into a jail or a prison or something.
So we have no other path but through that cavern. Is that correct?
Have you ever heard of the word arrested?
Oh, I didn't. Thank you for telling me.
You mean timeout?
It's like timeout, but for people that aren't 5 years old.
Hey there, groupies. Brayton here. Thanks for listening to another episode of Bardic Mystery Tour. We really appreciate all of our fans. So Ed and I went to MagFest this weekend, and we had a really good time. If you've never been, you should try to go next year. It's every January in National Harbor. MagFest stands for Music and Gaming Festival, and it's just a great place to meet people who are into video games and video game music, and also tabletop games, which makes sense for this podcast. And you can meet musicians and play music, and it's a lot of fun. I got to give a shout out to Darren Curtis. He's the guy who created the choir sound that I used to represent the church earlier in this episode. Check him out on SoundCloud. And album 2, C-Sides and B-Sides, should be coming out probably at the end of this month or the beginning of next month. We sent the final mixes out to be mastered, and so as soon as that can get done and turned around and sent back to us, we'll release it for all you guys on Spotify and iTunes and Amazon Music and just everywhere. Pandora and like there's something called Splash or something. I don't know. All right. Have fun and let's get back to the show.
I have a question, Grundledor. Up in that cavern, did you feel like we could divert the water away from there somehow so that it wouldn't infect the town more? Like if we end up killing a monster?
I don't think there's anywhere to put that water. I think if we go in there, we're probably going to fight something.
Okay.
It might even kill us.
The most excited I've ever been.
All right. Sammy is done waiting. He's a man of action. He climbs up the bare rock wall straight into
Can
the
we
tube.
quick save before we go in there? Because I don't know.
Which tube?
The third one.
My tube.
The Grungo fourth tube.
No, it's the third one.
You said bare rock wall, like, you mean not with a rope.
Yeah.
All right, roll your athletics check.
8.
All right, Sammy falls down into the pool of water. Oh, you should swim up the stream like...
I wanted to, but you said the stream's not very big. I thought about this already.
I know, but like in Breath of the Wild, there's no way you could swim up that, and Link does.
I do it. Do I have the Zora thing? I do it. Can I do that?
You have that Cloak of the Manta Ray. It's
Can I do
effectively
that?
the Zora thing.
All right. I dive as deep as I can into the bottom of the water, which is not, it's 4 feet. And then I spring off the bottom with my feet and I swim super hard.
Oh, with the ring of jumping.
Yes.
You jump swim?
I jump off the bottom with the ring of jumping while swimming as hard as I can up the waterfall that's coming out of the spout into the tunnel.
All right, answer me a quick question. How high can you jump with your ring of jumping?
3 times as high as normal.
All right, Sammy leaps out of the water and flies straight into the tunnel. The qanat.
Ha! Suck it, nerds.
It looked like he swam up the thing, but you know that's physically impossible, so it must have just been his jump and his swim, because like you can't actually swim up a, like...
Hey, you can.
It's not the cloak of the trout, bro.
Trout can totally do that.
Aren't trout the ones that do that?
Oh, yeah, man.
Or salmon.
Salmon do that.
It's not the cloak of the salmon. It's not trout.
Are you guys coming or what?
Yeah, Grundledor, could you help me get over there? I have a feeling I'll probably fall to my death.
I throw my rope out, just one end, to flow.
Wait, isn't it tied to Grundledor?
I mean, I assume that I untied it whenever we all split up and went up different ways.
Okay. Are you holding on to it?
Yes.
Can I reach it? No.
Is it 20 feet long?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
it's
can
way
reach-
longer
Oh,
than
okay.
that.
I catch it. Wait, am I down at the bottom? Oh, yeah, I came all the way
Did you get out
out.
of your qanat and go down, or did you just hang out?
I thought
lay
I
in
was
the
just
water as it
sitting
ran
there.
across
Yeah,
you?
I just sat in the water. That's what I pictured. I'm still like up in the air.
All right.
I just walk over and grab you and carry you over to
Thanks,
the tube. How
Grungo.
about that? Okay.
All
Up
right.
the tube
Does that
we go.
work?
So Sammy's first,
Yeah.
Flo's second,
Yeah.
Grundledor's third.
Yeah.
All right. You come out into the cavern. The darkness hangs like a heaviness.
The darkness hangs like a thick fog in the night.
The darkness hangs like a dark darkness. The darkly darkening the darkness.
Wow.
The darkness hung like a fart so thick you could taste it.
All right, so what can we tell about this place if we start to investigate the area?
So you begin walking. Everyone can see just outside of their sight there's something large and ominous.
We sneak. Are we in water?
You're in a pool of water. So the tunnel is destroyed in every direction, making a much larger cavern, which means that a lot of it's below the level of the qanat. So for the qanat to have the water running in it, there's a large pool of water in the bottom of this cavern. The water is nearly freezing to stand in. You walk forward. Are you rolling sneak checks? Roll me some stealth checks.
15.
26.
9.
As you get closer and it comes into focus in your dark vision, you see a giant circular stone structure
Thank God it's not some giant monster.
that forms a pool of water. And sitting in it is an enormous, like 30-foot diameter brain.
Krang?
Krang.
I didn't know we were going to do this turtle analogy before I made this adventure.
We're going to send you back to Dimension X. And then some teenagers in flying cars fly in. And then like a rock golem has a super grenade or something. No.
I forget his name.
Some crocodile pops out of the water with a thick Cajun accent.
Buford.
Whoa.
I say we sneak up on this brain.
Is this mother brain?
Is it an aboleth?
Do you guys
No.
want to roll history checks?
Because
Yes.
the last time we encountered something that was rotting in people's bodies off, it was an aboleth, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
but they have 3 tentacles and stuff.
Maybe they're hiding in the water. 20.
14.
24.
You recognize this as an elder brain, the center of an illithid culture that lurks in the shadows.
It controls a culture. Is that what it means?
No, illithids are mind flayers.
Oh,
And the mind player is what we
okay.
killed, the hotel guy.
But he's our pal.
Well, sorta.
So this is a giant mind flayer, basically.
Well, I don't know.
This is like a mind flayer boss.
Is this who's controlling the mind flayer?
They're like the center of the culture of the mind. So your history check
This is
reminded
top
you
dog.
back in Bard school, you remember the section on illithids where you found out that illithids can infiltrate a society, and the way that they function is the elder brain produces illithids that then go collect knowledge, and when an illithid dies, they take its brain back to the elder brain, and its knowledge all becomes part of the elder brain's knowledge again, so that the elder brain can have all of the knowledge.
Does that mean I can kill the elder brain and attain all of its knowledge?
No.
I'm gonna. Oh shit! So that'd be. What if I turn into one? Is it a beast and then I like eat its brain and then I become a mind flayer for a little bit, long enough to get its knowledge? Then I turn back into myself and keep the knowledge. Would that work?
No, I don't know what you said, but it won't work.
Oh well. Okay. Moving on.
All right, look. What we got to do is probably drill a little hole every 5 feet in a big matrix around the top of this thing. Put C4 dynamite in all those holes and set it off.
Gonna let us do that.
Well, I don't know what your fucking plan is.
Do we know about elder brains if they can like sense things that are around them?
We want electricity.
Yes, they
We
can.
need
and
to
you
hit
know
it with lots of electricity because brains are electric.
They sense our position and stuff too, even if they can't see us because they're just a brain. No,
Yeah, they don't have eyes.
but they
And we
can
should make
sense
fun
where
of it
we are.
because it probably
Yeah.
has feelings.
Okay.
A lot of them because it's a big brain, so
Oh,
there's
yeah,
a lot of
big-
feelings in there.
Wait, do we know? Wait, I got to roll my medicine check. Do I know which part of the brain has all the feelings?
Roll a medicine check.
10.
You want to use that bardic inspiration?
What is that, a D8?
Yeah, but I mean, that was a long time ago.
Nuh-uh.
How long does it last?
10
Forever.
minutes.
Oh, you don't have that anymore.
Well,
All right. You have no idea what part of the brain does what.
do you guys know?
I know, but I'm not telling you.
What do I know about the brain? 14.
I know it for sure because I got a 6.
If only they had taught us this in Bard school.
Some people didn't pay attention to Bard School. Sammy and Grongo.
All right, I'm going to just sneak around the perimeter of the room, see if there are any other entrances or exits to the cavern.
For the water, yeah.
Or, for people, like for anything. Okay, not gases.
So you continue to move stealthily up the exterior of the cavern. You notice the water is getting deeper in the center of the cavern as you go. The cavern continues to get larger. Seems to be a quite extensive cavern. Also, this part of the world must have some sort of hill or mountain above it because the cavern continues to rise, but in all of the other 3 tunnels, you got to like the surface, but the cavern is still higher. Everyone roll a perception check. Grundledor, subtract a die 8 from yours.
10.
Goodness. What is wrong with me? I rolled a
15.
6.
Flo, you see the water in the center of the cavern rippling.
I already drew ripples in my picture.
What do you know? And
Does it look like it's rippling like something, like when waves when you drop something into water, like it's rippling out from the center? Or does it just look like the ocean kind of just rocking and rolling?
it's rippling like something very large is moving very fast beneath it. Straight towards Sammy.
Uh-oh.
Sammy, look out!
I grabbed my shield.
Just as Flo screams out to you, out from the water bursts this giant, snake-like wormy thing that's deep purple in color and has little grabby leg kind of things all the way down its body. Its head coalesces into 4 giant tentacles, It has a circular, toothy maw right in the middle with a tongue that splits into like a dozen little tongues popping out of it.
Uh-oh.
And it lunges at Sammy. Everybody roll initiative.
11.
22.
19.
Okay, you guys all go first. Sammy, do you want to go first?
Yes. How far from me is it? It's in melee range?
It's like 15 feet of it is sticking out of water. Yeah, it's like lunging at you. It's like less than 25 feet away from you.
What other things are in this room that maybe are loose?
There are like rocks all over.
Mm-hmm. How big?
Every size from pebbles all the way up to like 1-ton boulders.
Do you think that if I cast animate objects, then I can animate the rocks so that they look like rock soldiers from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
I certainly hope so.
Because it'd be like a bunch of the rocks like piled together.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to work. Because each rock's its own object. If you animate it, I guess they grow legs and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can make little rock warriors.
No, I want to make full-sized ones.
All right. Like how's this spell work? How many things do you make? It's based on how big they are, right?
Yeah, I'll explain it to you since you don't know anything.
And is it concentration based?
No, it's not. Like I said, I know, and I don't even have to look this up. Wait, first off, it is concentration based. That was a lie. Secondly, I'm gonna say these are medium sized creations, so I will create 5 of them.
Attention! Objects, animate yourselves.
Okay. This looks like a separate creature entirely from the brain.
Have I heard of it?
Also, want to roll a history check? It's also way bigger than the brain. Because the brain is only like 10 feet in diameter. I know I initially said the brain was like 30 feet in diameter, but it's more like 10 feet in diameter. And the pool it's sitting in is like 15 feet in diameter.
Okay.
It's sitting in a pool.
Yeah, there's like a pool of water with like a stone circle full
How
of
deep
water.
is that pool?
It's hard to tell if it goes below the surface it's sitting on, but it's only like 2 feet deep worth of
Okay.
outside ring.
Okay, I got a 14 on my history check. Do I know what this tentacle thingy is? Tentacle snake?
You know it's some sort of illithid. You don't know what this specific thing is.
How tall is this room we're in? This cavern?
Like 20 feet. So it's almost like touching the top of this cavern. It's huge. It's like, this body's probably like a 5-foot diameter, and it's probably, it's sticking like 20 feet up, maybe 25 because it's arched,
Okay.
and it's still able to stand. So you assume there's at least more than 25 feet of it below the water still.
So then can I command my rock soldiers to attack
Yeah.
or move or whatever? You know, so where did they become created?
Like on the shore next to you.
How far is that from me?
They're beside you.
Oh, nice. Okay. So I'm going to have 2 of them that are named A and B stand in front of me. Like they're going to move in front of me to protect me from this tentacled thing. And then I'm going to have the other 3 charge of the brain. They can move up to 30 feet in their movement. So is that enough to get to the brain? No.
Yeah. I said closer than 25. It's probably like 20 feet away from you.
Okay. So C and Trag and Granitor are going to attack the brain.
Okay. Who's Granitor?
He's like the gray one.
How do you even do that?
Wow, 2 ones.
I rolled 3 d20s and Trag hits armor class 23.
That's a hit.
And then Granitor and C both rolled a natural 1.
All right. They both trip and fall into the water. You can't see them.
I hope they're okay.
You know that they're okay.
All right, so Trag does 12 damage.
Okay. Flo Calhoun.
How far do you feel like I was behind Sammy?
I feel like you're pretty close to him.
I'm gonna back up away from him because I think that seems safer. Just spread out. So I'm gonna back up 35 feet and I'm gonna cast Cloud of Daggers in the center of the brain as a level 4 spell.
I have a sliver of glass, and the spell that I cast surrounds you, or a point that I choose with daggers. Spinning daggers. Spinning daggers. Knife safety's through for you.
Okay.
We don't know if it's bad yet.
Well, I went there.
Uh-oh.
Grundledor.
Wait.
What?
I don't know. This other thing's attacking us. I don't know if they're the same thing. Like, I kind of wanted to talk to the brain, but it's fine.
I target Flo Calhoun.
With love and affection.
With love and affection, yes.
And I wink back at you.
So, how close am I to this dude who's not the brain?
You're probably 10 feet behind Sammy, so you're probably 25 feet from him. Because you're not behind, like, he came at you from the side, so 10 feet behind is not 10 feet away from him behind Sammy, it's to the side of Sammy. That's why you're not 35 feet. So I said it was 20 feet from Sammy, right?
You said something. I don't know.
You know, I'm glad you guys listened to me.
No, you said a range that was within walking distance, so that's all I remember.
Oh, it's the wormy dude with a shatter.
Okay.
Don't hit my rock dudes.
How close are they?
So they're standing next to it, but it's like 20 feet up. It's like towering over.
Okay, I'll aim at its head then.
It doesn't have like a head as much as its like body just turns into this like tentacly mess. You can call that a head, but like does an earthworm have a head? Not really.
I don't know.
Maybe they do.
Have you ever asked?
Or I'm gonna bust you up. My thunder hits like a truck. Wow. Shatter. Nice 16 damage. And it dies.
The end.
We
Congrats,
win.
guys.
We save the world.
The water's still not better.
Oh, that's because I'm in it.
Is that it? Has this worm been defeated? Is this water still poisoned? And how will Antler Mayhem cure this plague? Find out next time on Bardic Mystery Tour.
Bardic Mystery Tour. There's only one thing we implore. Tell all your friends and they'll tell more. Warn your sheriff 'cause we're kicking in doors. Rolling dice with our best friends. Solving mysteries again and again. Writing songs about our quest. Once a week on the internet. It's the Bardic Mystery Tour. If yins wanna hear more, buy some merch in the store. Rate us with a 5-star score. It's the Bardic Mystery Tour. It's the Bardic Mystery Tour. It's the Bardic Mystery Tour. It's the Bardic Mystery Tour.
This show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.
Bardic Mystery Tour is recorded at Looking for Group Pittsburgh. Looking for Group Pittsburgh is a land center in the Brookline neighborhood of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. If you're in the area, stop by for games, co-working, or events. Find more information or schedule your next party at lfgpgh.com.
You're saying we should need a break?
What?
Okay.
I'm just touching my chest.
Just touching this weird wart I have.
Oh my god. I think it popped. Good. Gotta pull out the roots. You ever pulled a wart out by the roots?
I've never had a wart.
I had one on my toe once and I pulled it out by the roots and it never came back.
Smart.
It was disgusting.
I've seen warts.